Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to introduce you to a different format.
Very
Shay
different
Holland,
format.
John Partridge. We are now going to look at modern, and this time we are for GPT, for GP Lyon, modern format. Round number 5, we have joined it. It took a bit longer to get through the through the top 8 and into this. They're currently sitting down for round 5. They've actually rattled through it quite quickly. We'll leave it 7 rounds of Swiss and into the top 8 from there. And, well, the players we're looking at, we have Eduardo Sajlik versus Charles Foster. And it's quite an interesting match. I think I'm going to have this one because this one actually interests me. You can have the man who is casting 4 mana enchantments, and I'll keep the man who's casting 4 mana instants and doing some very cool things. So, we're going to send it straight down to the table.
Can we just point out a card that we have seen a lot of today and yesterday, and that is in Charles Foster's deck?
And please don't tell me he's got a Dragon Lord.
No, fourth one down.
Oh, he's got a Sea Rhino. Sea Rhino making his presence felt in modern. So, send it straight down to the feature match area. We have 4 colour gifts against Grixis Twin. Seeing a early thought seize there from Charles Foster. Already attacking Eduardo's hand. We see Spell Snare. We're going to take the remarks. We see Spell Snare, Lightning Bolt, Deceiver Exile, Lightning Bolt Island, and positive staff off a Dark Slick Shores as well, I believe. It's one of the fast lands. So basically, it comes into play untapped unless you control 3 lands. It's two or fewer lands.
Two or fewer other lands.
It comes to play untapped.
So if you play it as your third land drop, it comes in untapped. Anything after that, it comes in tapped.
So obviously, what we'll do is we'll pull up the main fuel cards for each of the decks, and well, there is very interesting decks. You don't see a lot of gifts ungiven decks, and obviously the main part of the deck is one side we have the main card of the deck in Splinter Twin. The other side, the card that gives the deck archetype its name. We have Splinter Twin, Gifts Ungiven. So Splinter Twin, obviously very popular in modern. 2 red aura enchantment. Put a token that's a copy of this creature onto the battlefield. This token has haste, exile at the beginning of the step. Of course, compares very well with Deceiver Exile because that says when this enters the battlefield, untap or untap target permanent. So you get to untap your creature, activate again with Splinter Twin, and then Gifts Ungiven. Search your library for up to 4 cards with different names. Reveal them. Target opponent chooses 2 of those cards, put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest into your hand. Gifts Ungiven, you're running on Burial Rites. You're also running massive creatures, Sun Titan, Grave Titan, Elesh Norn.
It doesn't run at Sun Titan.
These are the example cards you can get. In this deck, we're looking at Grave Titan, Elesh Norn, Thragtusk, and those are the bullets he's going for in the deck. This deck has a lot of one-offs, but the main ones, Grave Titan, Elesh Norn, and then there's a Tasigur, a Sea Rhino, a Thragtusk, 1 Snapcaster Mage. All of these you can go for on the thing, and, well, sometimes you can go for the value and get 4 cards. Sometimes you just go for the Unburial Rites and the Grave Titan, and, well, the game doesn't last much longer from there.
Yeah.
So we have a Mana Leak, targeting Deceiver Exarch. Nice Swift Answer, 2 mana. And it was on his upkeep as well, trying to make sure that Charles is using his mana at a different time than he wants to do. And bearing in mind, guys, we see Splinter Twin roll off the top there for Eduardo. And bearing in mind, Eduardo is actually on Grixis Twin. He is more of a he's more of blue-red with a black splash. And in fact, there is no black in the main, so he's gone more on the route of I'm going to play all my black cards on the sideboard, where he's gone for Tasigur the Golden Fang.
I believe that's the only splash that he uses.
Yes, does seem to be. It's blue-red splashing Tasigur.
Pretty much. Tasigur is incredibly strong in some matchups.
Obviously, Grixis Twin, the actual Grixis Twin was more of it's something that's come around because of Colligan's command being such a prominent force has forced Grixis Twin to sort of appear. Obviously, Eduardo's on more of a blue-red splashing the black. Is this something that benefits him slightly, or is it just something that has come around because of the way the decks are built at the moment?
So I think this is just something that Eduardo prefers. You know, he prefers the blue-red splash Grixis splashing black version as opposed to the just straight Grixis.
Slightly better mana base, more basic.
Slightly better mana base. I think that's what he's going for. He's going for 2 Blood Moons in the sideboard kind of plan.
And in fact, if we look at his deck, he has a grand total of 1 land that generates black mana, and it's 1 Singleton Watery Grave.
Exactly.
4 islands, 1 mountain. When you've got a Blood Moon, you don't need the excess mountains.
Exactly. You know, it's a spare land that he can just happily play as a black land. It still is fetchable, and it's also very good because it allows his opponent to, if his opponent doesn't expect Tasker from the sideboard, they're not going to do anything about Tasker in the sideboard.
No, of course. And it's very interesting. The version that Charles has gone for, it is very heavy 4 colours. We're seeing already in play all 4 colours. We've got green. It's basically a Sultai deck, so black, green, and blue. So you get Serum Visions, Abrupt Decay, Liliana, with white mana for the flashback on the. If I can't remember on the Gifts Ungiven. In fact, there are a whole 4 copies of Gifts Ungiven in this deck. We've already seen one of the 2 Thoughtseize. So his deck is a Grave Titan, an Elesh Norn, a Tasigur, a Siege Rhino, a Thragtusk, and a Snapcaster Mage. Then we have 4 Gifts Ungiven, 3 Liliana of the Veil. Liliana of the Veil quite good in this matchup. Able to start making Eduardo discard cards, trying to get ahead slightly on value. Then we've got 4 Serum Visions, 4 Inquisition of Kozilek, 2 Thoughtseize, a Maelstrom Pulse, a Damnation, so he doesn't want other creatures getting ahead of him. Good against affinity decks. Abrupt Decay, likewise. Good against anything small, trying to go underneath you. Also good kills Cranial Plating, which can be a problem for this sort of deck. 2 Go for the Throat, a Murderous Cut, 2 Mana Leak, 1 Unburial Rites to go alongside the 4 Gifts Ungiven. So 4 Gifts Ungiven, 1 Unburial Rites. Basically the engine pit to get the, say, Elesh Norn into play. And obviously Elesh Norn very good against the small aggro decks, things like Affinity, the collected company decks that are running reasonably small creatures trying to go out that way. Not so much the Naya deck, but more of the Abzan one, which is more of a combo deck with Kitchen Finks and stuff like that. Because obviously it gets rid of the Kitchen Finks and then it gets rid of it again, and you can't really ever do anything about it. And then it's built up of a mana base of fetch lands, 2 Creeping Tar Pits, which is another way I can go to attack you, 1 forest, 1 swamp, 1 island, and then a selection of the Ravnica Dual lands. Not many of them, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 7 Ravnica Duals, 2 Darksplit Shores, and then some fetch lands to find them all. The mana base in Modern, let's be honest, of pretty high quality with the amount of Ravnica Dual lands, fetch lands. Now we've got all 10 fetch lands, obviously, rather than just the 5, and also all of the fast lands as well. So